Okay, so we're going to analyze gold. I started on the daily, which started here, whereby the low was thus. So I waited for 2 full candles to close, and before this close, gold had already done this. So before that closed, gold has broken structure up. So I knew, okay, the low is there, structure is up, I follow. So I entered, I had a buy here, and then it went all the way up. I'm not sure how I close it, because usually when I see a retracement like this, whereby this candle closes way below that, I will have tapped out and say, you know what, gold is reversing. But I don't know what I was looking at, probably waiting to take out some highs. I think I took it out here when it took out these highs. So it went all the way up, all the way here. I think it went without me. And then what I did, I had to wait for gold to come tap either on a fair value gap or an order block that was left before breaking structure. Not this one. This one was left after breaking structure, because what confirmed this one is this full candle plus this one here that closed below it, which I'm not looking at. Okay, so since then gold again broke structure here, which tells me that gold had a new higher high, which is this one here. So for this higher high to be valid, I waited for 2 full candles to close, which are this one and this one for the day before yesterday. But before those candles were fully closed, again gold has broken structure here. Now what's different with this one is that after gold had broken structure there, it was not too long that it broke structure and price went back to retrace on this fair value gap here that was left before closing out of the structure, which I saw that, okay, good, since we have this level here, level right here, that is still to be touched, this is not finished. I went and took a sell right at this, which is this one here, and I was looking forward to go all the way down until I come back here. I come back because to me this structure here that was formed here is not yet done. Price need to come up and then it needs to buy all the way up. Okay? However, after structure was broken here, gold came, took structure. However, what I'm missing here is this step. I'm missing this. There's something I'm missing, because structure was broken, came, gave me this, came, gave me a second touch up here after breaking. However, this one broke, came, broke out here. I think it's giving me a second touch here. Shouldn't be the same. There's something I'm missing that I need to confirm. After I broke here, you didn't like come halfway and give me a second touch. It didn't give me that halfway like it did here. It didn't give me that come, so it can do that. It didn't give me that, which is giving me here. Okay, anyway, we go with the flow. So here structure was broken, gold came to tap here, waiting to come retest on this order block here, or this fair value gap, and then I'm waiting from here for gold to go all the way up, and perhaps from there gold to go all the way up to there is what I'm waiting to see. And then after doing that, gold will probably give me another 500. See what happens. Okay, so what I was saying, I was missing that second touch. It's this one, because this is supposed to be a sell, so that second touch before the retracement happened here. One touch, two touch, then it came here to tap the fair value gap, and this sell here, it's a final sell for this setup. However, it's a setup in a setup, because the setup is not finished. This is a bigger setup, and this is the setup in the setup. It's a trend in a trend. See, because this whole setup I'm waiting to happen here happened already here. Break of structure, came down, did that one touch, two touch, broke structure again for it to tap on here. The only thing is that what I'm seeing is that this 1-2 touch happened before breaking structure, which I think is fine. I think it's okay, because this is not a bigger trend. So when it did that, this is the final movement. We need to go all the way down, of which maybe I can measure with that. I can measure with that and say that that's not that. What am I doing? Let me just do this. Excuse me. Hello, I shall love you. And say that okay, and say that this movement must happen also here. Must happen also here. So let's wait. Gold, for me, I'm thinking it will come and take out this low here. There's a yellow, there's no low. We'll just take out, tap on either fair value gap, or take out this low for the order block, then go up, So let's wait and see what will happen. The retracement is a lot, because look at this. That's a lot of pips missed. from the retracement. It's okay. To me, it's not done. Stick to the plan. Don't panic. Okay, this is a new week. It's a Monday. Want to tap on this fair value gap. Price came, broke structure again. As it came to break structure, it broke structure again to the upside. Okay, just an update of how it went on today's trade. Like I was saying that once I come by this fair value gap, price is going to fall. It didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, price did not fall. So it looks like price actually broke, like didn't invest on the fair value gap, came back on this fair value gap and took off. Took off to make you think that it's at least gonna respect this order block over here. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, did not. It came, tap on that, or rather sweep liquidity on that order block, which it did here. And then price came and sitting at this order block, because once it inverted this fair value gap, it went down, went up, used this order block here as a support, and then it continued down, up. So I'm thinking this order block will also be used as a fair value, or like as a support of a order block to go up to at least, let's say, this order block here, because there is no fair value gap before structure was broken. It was created with the structure break. So I am not considering this fair value gap, but I am considering this order block, or rather the ceiling support. Okay, so I'm looking for this buy to take up until here. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve, because this is one of the complicated structure I had, because price created a high, broke structure, price created a high, broke structure, confirmed that high with 2 days, but then price just never went to tap on a fair value gap or a order block. It didn't. Just just did some, again, funny stuff here, broke structure here, and tang down. Scary movie. So I wouldn't know what to do. I'm using this platform to learn things that did not happen, to see how they happen. So yeah, we're here. Let's see how it goes. Another update on how I went wrong again. Okay, so let's just say trend is up, structure is broke, and on the daily is gonna close with a second candlestick confirming this low here, meaning structure is gonna go up, because on the 1 hour price has broke this structure here. That's what it did. It went all up. I thought it's gonna like only retrace to these levels I put here. However, these levels were just break of structure. It wasn't like the initial structure break after the high. That structure break after the high is this one here, still untouched here. So I've explained those ones already. I've explained what had gone on here, but what I was sleeping on is that after structure was broken, this high was taken. Price is now refusing to continue up, because, as we all know, after structure is broken, we have to come back to touch on these levels, either a fair value gap that was formed after the structure, before the structure was broken, because structure got broken by this candle. It left a fair value gap, but that's after it was broken, but the fair value that was left before it got broken is this one here, or we check by the order block or demand zone rather, whichever way, which also. So price decided I'm not gonna go more up before now. This gap that is still open, I've spoken about that gap before. Also, why I'm taking a sell is that price have now broken structure once again to the downside. To the downside. So let's sell and see what it do. Leave them here. It's also a resistance area. I'm gonna leave most of my TPs at that resistance area. I'm just gonna leave one or two to the downside. It's not worth it. I've already lost a lot out of your. So if price is gonna be slow and leave this high here, create another candle and another one to reach here, then price is gonna get messed up. Price must not keep this as a high because I want to see price here. Must not be too slow to keep this a high. Let's wait and see. Another day. Oh, and I struggle so with that sell. I'm holding on. Holding on to that sell because what I've seen that this high that I was anticipating here to be mitigated and price to go down to come right here, it's not gonna work because this high is taken out right here by this candle. So what I'm seeing right now is that this high worked out just fine. Price went all the way down. However, while it's going down, created this high here that never got mitigated. Then it created this high, but then it got broken by this candle. So this structure is now invalid. So I'm focusing now on this low. It's confirmed with this candle and this candle that took out this high over here. So I'm looking towards to this low, which is confirmed by these two candles. So idea is that once it's confirmed or before it's confirmed, price will come in mitigate either the fair value gap or the order block of that new structure break, which is right here or here. However, what I'm saying now with this new structure is that this could also become a high. Once this candle, today's candle close, we're now looking for price to do a deep sell, mitigate, and then sell again. If this today's candle does not come all the way to mitigate and buy, this becomes now a new high whereby we're waiting to go down, mitigate, and then go down again. I'm holding on to the sell. That's all I'm saying. Holding on to the sell. Let's see how it goes. I'm outside and it's quite noisy, but I have to do it or I'll forget. So what had happened was those cells that I had here got taken out right here when it took out this high here. Turns out this break of structure that I had here wasn't really a break of structure because this low didn't take out any high. but this low here took out this high, so this one was valid and this was one invalid. That's why I got out. But when I saw that, I got back in somewhere here, and then I held the trade until all the way down here, until the level that I was waiting for it to come to, either here, somewhere here, or somewhere here. And then after that, since it now have retraced it onto the fair value or break of structure of this structure break here, which is the upside, I'm waiting for price to come up, down again, and finally go all the way up. However, what the daily is showing me is that we formed a new high. A new high here. If this today's candle close, because confirmation 1, confirmation 2 will be today's close. And we're not looking to go up anymore. Rather, we'll just go up tomorrow maybe, or today, just to either respect again once more a break of structure, a fair value gap or order block after the break of structure. But that is not the point. The point is that we are waiting for price to go all the way up. This can turn out to just be another doji that is going all the way up. This candle, we can't say that price will not go up. We are looking for price to go up, which my break of structure is this one. However, there is no fair value gap before structural break, but there is an order block which is right here. But we're not looking at this. We're looking for price to take this out, this high here, just like price came to retrace on this fair value gap of this structure break here, and price went all the way down and then came back, took again another order on this fair value gap, and it went all the way down. And while it's going all the way down, it created another high, which of this level here is invalid, because here this high was invalid because, as you can see, there is no fair value gap before structural break. Maybe that's why price never came back here. Just as we are seeing here, there is no fair value gap before that. So let's say, because that is not, there is an invalid setup, just like this was an invalid setup right here. Invalid setup. The only setup that's going to work out, is when price created a low. Price created a low right here, which is confirmed by these two candles closures, of which that low have now retested. That low has now retested the fair value gap of this structural break, which we are trading today here. We're waiting for it to go up, down, and then up again. Let's see how it goes. Monday morning. My chart is not moving now because I think my date is done. I need to register another one. So this price over here, of which I was saying it has now retraced to this break of structure fair value gap here. So it went all the way until somewhere here within the fair value gap, and then from there price needs to continue down. This is like now it coming to take out these highs, creating another fair value gap somewhere, and continuing even to greater heights. So to me, gold is on a buy path. Gold has created a new high here with two confirmed candlesticks, this one and this one. This one having rejected so much to indicate selling pressure, but these sellers doji kind of also have a push up. So basically when you get a new high, it must have a break of structure, which that new high here has this break of structure, but this break of structure haven't left any fair value gap before the break of structure. It just left an order block or a supply zone, so to say. These ones I will not consider because this break of structure here is on the same movement and not necessary. I wouldn't count this as having broken any structure. I'll just consider the first one and not the others that follows, because this is the main supply zone here. Order block resistance zone is right here. I'm not looking for it to be anywhere else. It must be within the structure, not out of it. So meaning all this to me is invalid. I just like on the previous one, a broken structure with no value to come back to is one that I don't really pay attention to. I really don't, because what is here for me to come back to? Because this fair value gap is after break of structure. This one here is after break of structure, which is here. So this one, honestly, let me just say that to me, this buy break of structure should continue until somewhere, perhaps continue, break structure, come back or take these highs over here that are still fresh and untouched. These levels here untouched. I'm waiting to see that. I could be wrong, but me doing these videos is me journaling what I'm taking. Instead of writing on a paper, I want to put it in a video. I actually always come back to watch what I've said and what have happened after what I've said. So if I'm wrong, I'm to be corrected. Then I will know what to do. Then I will know perhaps price will show me what it will do somewhere here. If maybe, because I can consider this a break of structure, because this low haven't taken out any high. The only high is here. So this is a break of structure because this low has taken out these highs over here. You see, these lows as well have taken out this high. This low have taken out this high. These lows have taken out this high. So here it's invalid. Only somewhere here that is valid. You get? But let's wait and see how it goes. It's a new week. It's a Monday. Let's see where it goes. I'm excited to see where price goes. But so far, I took these buys based on a 15-minute break of structure, because I was like, this low here, their high is taken out. That's when I was like, okay, their high is taken out and then it left some fair value gap here. Also is respected. I think I took price somewhere. I'm not sure now. Let me just check where I took price. Yeah. So I took the first buy here. It came down, I took another one. Came up, went down, and I took another one. Because I was like, okay, why is this showing me this? Did I close? Let me just check my history if I've taken. Oh, I have taken profit. Wow.
I didn't see that. Did I put where maybe did I put that profit at? Let me see where I put it at. Okay. In case it's a support and resistance which is gonna like bounce back, like see, I took because I put it somewhere here, just in case it's gonna bounce on the ceiling and came down. And it's what it did. Took out, bounce on the ceiling, came down. So let's see how it goes. Also, these levels on the other video is when I said this low was valid because I took trades after this low was it even this one? I think it's this one. It was invalid because this low haven't taken any highs. This low took out which highs? Didn't take out any high. This low was created and it closed here and there was no high after. But this low after it was created, it took out this high, so this one was invalid, and that's when my trades were taken out after this high was taken out. But then I think it's this ones. These cells. These cells were taken out after this high was taken out. That's when I came back and said, okay, since that was invalid, I took some cells right here and here. I took several cells here. I just like the arrows won't show. There are quite a lot, 2 or 3. And I took some here. And then the first profit was, I think, after I took out this low. And then the rest waited to be taken out. One here after this, and several just somewhere here. I think I took these ones off myself. I think I didn't set TP on it or something, or what happened exactly. I'm not sure. No. These are the buys that I'm on. These last ones is where I took the last take profit for these cells. These are the buys that are currently running. Let me not confuse myself. These buys here. It's these ones that are currently running, of which this one have already taken out the TP. So let's wait and see where it goes. Update on today's trade is Monday, it's a new week. So remember I had those buys. Those buy that I said that once price comes somewhere here, I'm looking to buy. However, on the 1 hour on that buy, I still don't have like a market structure break. It should be somewhere here. But then I used the 5-minute market structure break, which I don't usually use. But anyway, we had the buy. We were in buys. I had the first take profit is right here, 1.3, and then these two ones I had closed the trade somewhere around here, because I saw that what price is doing, it rejected right here. I spoke about this rejection right here. However, price tried to push up, but from there it's now beginning to have higher lows. And looking back on this daily candle that I said, I will not mind this new high. I will focus on this low here. To say that okay, this is a low, confirmed, retest, go up at least somewhere here. Now I'm starting to reconsider, because honestly this is a new high, this one here. And with that new high, I have to wait for structural break, which it did right here. Structural break it did, and then went all the way where I thought it's gonna retrace, but it looks like it's not. It's now giving me higher lows. I really don't want that drama. It's giving me higher lows. It looks like it's gonna do what it did here. You see how this new high had nothing to come back to? Same way as this high has nothing to come back to. So let's see if it will continue down. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have stop loss 500 and something, and if I'm right, I have 3000. And even if not, everything's not well. If I lose out on this 2000, still I have like 500 less off. And let's see how it goes. There's no need to actually hold on to something I really don't. My heart feel like no. I was like no. When I saw this later on in the afternoon, I was like this is also some sort of flag. Even though I don't trade patterns, but I do consider how something shows or looks like. I do consider. I won't lie. And then not only from that pattern, remember that support and resistance I told you about, this one here, let's just wait and see. It could either do this somewhere here, take out this high, retrace, go up, or it will just go down, break, retest, and go more down. Let's wait and see. Okay guys, it turns out to be that what I have said yesterday, that I was afraid I keep holding those buys because it kept doing lower lows. Turns out I was correct and I am in profit with that sell. If I had taken profit somewhere here, could be okay, but I decided I'm waiting until somewhere here because I feel like whatever is happening here is repeating what happened from here. So price is now somewhere here, like it's mimicking. I don't know if I can zoom it so you see what it's doing. That from this it did like a kind of, how can I say, did like a pullback here, and then it continued all the way down. So as I'm seeing, did this pullback. Now I'm waiting for it to continue all the way down. So I'm waiting for it to at least the same way it continued, like the movement it did here, did there, was more or less the movement it did here. See? So I'm waiting for this movement it did here to be the movement it does here. So let's see where it goes and what it do. Fingers crossed. Also, before that, the daily, so I like invalidated this because it created a new high, right? I spoke about this high and it got confirmed. Also within this new high, it's like it's creating this. If this high is not taken out and this candle close and another one forms, we now look at this as a low. I would like to say that's the same way as it. This one played out. But in the process of playing that, it had this high that later went to create this high here that never got to be tested, just the same way as this high here is not being tested. So this high never got tested. In the same process of having this high here that didn't get tested, it later went to form another high that created these two candles, of which it created a new low here. So maybe this high will create this candle and another one that is later going to take out this low here to become a new low.
just like it did here. Let's just wait and see. Guys, good morning. It's a brand new day. So remember I had these buys here. That one took TP here, but the other two I had to close them because I saw price was doing like some low, like low highs here. Not low, but low highs. I think I noticed by this candle here that no ways, this price is not going anyway. This candle right here. So by that candle, this one, I was like, no ways. This price, this one is too what can I say? I saw the selling pressure here. I was like, no, these are lower lows, lower highs. So there is no way price is going up. And also it just clicked to my mind that what if price wants to do what it did here. You see, I think I explained all that already in the previous video. So I took the one sell, so I took out those highs here, and then the one sell I took it here. So that one sell I held it. I think yesterday I updated when it was doing this retrace, but I held it. And then when I woke up this morning, I saw this retrace, and I was afraid of this. I was like, no, if it passes this high here, that means it's a change of character. It's a change of character which is risky. I don't know if price is gonna go all the way down, but I would like to see what it does. So because this high here has broken this low, it's valid. So I was like, nope, better safe than sorry. So I took that here, so which is good. We now wait and see what happens, but at least we know we're going somewhere. We're trying to we actually starting to make sense of this. Okay. An update of what I've posted, or actually not posted, what am I saying, recorded earlier. So I took profit somewhere here because I was afraid it's gonna break this structure and continue down. But remember, initially I targeted this, but it's not a problem. Better safe than sorry. However, price did go all the way down, took out this low over here, went down, created kind of a high here, went down. Now it looks like it's going to break this high to close off like how I told you it might. Leave a candle like this. However, this one is red. Leave a candle like this. Break structure. And go a bit up. Let's just see if this will become a new low. Like how I think. Now, I don't know if I should consider this as a break of structure if this candle didn't close below it. However, this high, it's valid because it broke this low regardless. So this could be a new change of character. Let's just hope and see how it goes. Now I'm confusing change of character with break of structure. This is break of structure. It closing here will be break of change of character. Okay, this is just a quick update of what happened. So like I said, I've been waiting for this to create a sort of change of character, but I'm just being a risky trader, or I'm trying to read the chart, train the eye to see the stuff. I could be wrong later on. We'll still have an update on that, but for now, what I think is, I was checking this price action since the morning I was like, okay, it's kind of like just here. It's just here. What do you call it? Price is just here. It's not moving. So what I saw is that price was just here. It's not going anywhere. But I'm targeting to see if price will break here. So what I saw that price is creating lower highs. Okay. But then price is also creating higher lows until somewhere here. I saw this say higher low, higher low, higher low, lower highs. It's a low and then lower highs here. And then when price reached here, I checked for price very well. It went all the way, took out this high, came back down like it's testing here, and then it went. I took a trade here. I was like, oh, let me risk and take a trade here. So I'm holding this in hopes that it will take out this high that I said it might. Structure is broken, but not literally close, because candle didn't close above it. I'm gonna put my stop loss there. Since I'm going to work now, I'll be busy. I won't be checking this. Let's see what it does. Stays a minute. This candle is not closing like how I want it to. It's less than a minute, then it closes. In the previous video, that is now part of the other vlog, we're starting this new series, but it's a continuation of the previous one. This is where I took an entry, almost like a sniper entry, because I saw price was doing lower lows, but it was also doing higher lows. So I thought once it has broken this here, it went down to almost like a order block or a support level. This is a support level as well. Resistance actually, not support. Okay, so I took entry here. Price went all the way, broke structure right here with this candle here. This was 7 o'clock, and then price was just busy here the whole night, and this is the next day, the previous day, next day here. Price went all the way down. This was in the AMs. It was 5 in the morning. I was still asleep. Price have also broken this normal breaking structure. It created a change of character here. However, while doing that, it tested this fair value gap here, as well as on this order block. Point of interest right here, or we can say it's also demand zone. I think so. However, while doing that, price went back up, created another coach here, which is in line with this normal breakfast structure. So I was like, this one is confirmed. It even tested this, so it confirmed it. This buy is good to go. There's no reason why we should not buy, because yesterday's candle didn't create any high to say that no, it created a high, and then maybe the next day's candle started from below that. No, it didn't create any high, new high. We're still having this old high and the old low. So let's just say with this, we wait for price to create new highs and see how those highs react. We get it from there. I'm out of data, that's why it's not showing where price is currently at, but I'll make an updated video on that. yeah, that's all for now.
Okay, this is a follow-up for the analysis that we are currently running. Okay, I think I last updated you when it was right here. So it was retracing, but it did break through all the way until here. It means TP. It's retracing now, but I'm still going to hold on.